Morning! So I'm at home for once and I decided that I was going to film a video I've been promising to make for ages, all about my training that I do. So I've been training myself over the winter in preparation for racing Red Hook Crit and some road crits, and I thought I'd tell you about what kind of thing I do over a typical month. So I break each month down into 4-week blocks. And beginning at week 1, the blocks get progressively more difficult until I have a kind of rest week. And during said rest week, I don't actually just rest. I tend to decrease the intensity and volume of the training that I'm doing so that my body can adapt and recover. When it comes down to each week, well, I do a mixture of high intensity interval sessions and longer endurance ride, kind of base miles, and then I have a rest day or occasionally 2. Usually 1 though. Oh, and I have a gym session as well. At least 1 gym session. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the tools that I use to make my training over winter more efficient, more enjoyable, and yeah, less unpleasant, because obviously we get quite a lot of bad weather here in the UK. By the way, no one pays me to use any of these products, I just like them, so that's why I'm putting them in the video. So what do I use over winter to train? Well, obviously a turbo trainer. Can't do any indoor training without that. And I used to have a really rubbish one, and I just hated turbo training. Then I got a Cyclops Powerbeam Pro, and it kind of changed everything. The pedalling action is really smooth, and it's a smart trainer, so I can link it up to a program called Zwift, which is a virtual training program. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. So I can link it up to Zwift and have the resistance on the wheel change automatically. So I might program in a series of intervals where I need to ride at a certain wattage, a certain power, and that will be adjusted automatically, so I can just ride. Along with the Powerbeam Pro, I have got PowerTap P1 pedals, and they really accurately measure my power output to within 1%. So I have that data coming up on my Garmin Edge 1000. God, this is just like a whole list of expensive stuff. But anyway, yeah, so I have that coming up on the screen of my Garmin Edge, and I can see the power that I'm putting out, what power zone I'm in. I can see my heart rate, because I've got a heart rate monitor on. I can see my cadence, so I can see how quickly I'm pedaling. And then I can record all that, and afterwards I can analyse it on Garmin Connect or Strava, which isn't as good for analysing stuff, I have to say. Better for looking at where you've been on a nice ride. So what is Zwift? Well, basically it's a kind of cycling game, if you like. You can join up and hook up your smart trainer and then ride with other people who are also using the game, and you'll see each other on the screen. It has people's names, you can kind of say hello and interact with them, stuff like that. You can go on group rides, you can even race, but what I use it for is actually just training. So there's a whole load of workouts already on there, and you can select what goal you're trying to achieve. So there's like a 8-week race prep, there's training for your first 100 miler, GCN have uploaded some which are fiendishly difficult. So you can just select one of those and do them. They will be automatically adjusted to your FTP. Now if you don't know what your FTP is, it's the average number of watts that you can put out over an hour. And if you don't know what that is, there's an FTP test on there. So do the FTP test, and then all the other workouts will be tuned to exactly your level of fitness and power. So along with those ones that are already on there, there's also the capacity to input your own workouts, and that's what I like to do. When you go to select your workout, go to create new workout, and you can see I've already programmed quite a lot in here. So the yawn, I think that's one of Dave's actually. 5-minute ramped, VO2 max. They're all really horrible high intensity interval sessions because they work, and that's why I like them. Particularly good if you're short on time. So here's how you do it. Create a new workout, and then you just drag these blocks in. So I want to warm up and I want to warm up all the way to 20 minutes. Then I want to do some intervals, and I think I want 5, so I'll add another. Each interval I want to last a minute, and I want to do that based on a percentage of my FTP. So I'm going to go for 125% of my FTP. Oh, now you guys are all going to see what my FTP is. Oh no, it doesn't say.
Can't see the percentage.
Yeah, anyway, then, you know, do that, cool down, bosh, done, save, and you just go to workout and you can ride it. So before you start your Zwift workout, you have to pair all your really expensive devices. So I'm going to pair the Turbo Trainer, my P1 Power Tap pedals, and obviously I've got everything on my Garmin. I've got my heart rate monitor on. Look at my socks.
Where'd you get them from?
Ginelli, Wing Store, thank you. So all you have to do is match your cadence and power to what's on the screen. So it makes it just really easy to do workouts without having to think too much. And what I used to do is I would write down all my intervals. So, you know, like 30 seconds, max power, a minute and a half, recovery, 45 seconds, max power, a minute, recovery, whatever. And I would just read the list and I would have to do it, just follow the instructions. But with everything programmed into Zwift, you can just, well, not switch off, because obviously you're focused on what you're doing on the bike, but you don't have to count the intervals and stuff like that, so that's why I like it.
This is the Sonia's job, is not just fixing bikes. Beautiful, darling, beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Normally I train with my hair tied up, but I'm just actually making a video, so I didn't get around to doing that. I've got my Sonia here, holding the fan. Actually, you'll probably notice, if you follow me on Instagram, that this isn't even where I normally do my turbo training. But the room where I do it it's very small and we wouldn't have fit in there, so here I am. So I hope you enjoyed that video and it gives you some kind of idea of how I train over winter. Obviously I also go outside and I do rides out there, and I also do interval sessions out on the road, and of course I do my base miles. So if you've got any more questions about my training, please leave them in the comments below. Please click subscribe, and yeah, let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to make a video about. I hope you found this one interesting. Bye! Thanks.
I just wanted to show everyone something that Juliet is actually like, she was sticking to her watts, but you're not anymore.
Oh, well, this